Hello everyone, it is October 16th, and yesterday technically marks my 1 month on testosterone. So I'm going to make this little update video to go over everything that's happened. I'm doing it outside right now because it's such a nice day out. We've had so much rain just in the last few days. I'm just going to take advantage of the sunshine. Where to start? Well, I guess I'll start with the fact that I started on a 0.6 milliliter dose every 2 weeks, but after the first week I called my doctor and asked if I can cut that in half to 0.3 milliliters every week, just because I was feeling, I was starting to feel mood swings into the first weekend on my first week, which kind of scared me. I didn't know what to expect in that next week to come, or how crappy I'd feel, as the days go on. And I wanted to avoid that. So luckily, my doctor gave me the okay to do my shot that week, just half the dose. Now I'm feeling a little more anxiety when it comes to doing my shots in my thigh. I think I did 2 shots in my thigh before I started having a lot of apprehension about doing my shot in my leg. So my last 2 shots were done in my butt, which went a lot more easy. I just feel less intimidated when I'm doing something behind me, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but hopefully one day I'll get over that, because, I don't know, so far it's not that big a deal. It doesn't hurt that much, so it's not really that big of a problem. It just makes me mad that I'm still so anxious about giving my shot in my leg. I figure if I had more places to do my shot, there'd be less of a chance of me being too sore. But it's just my first month. Hopefully I'll get over that within the next couple of months. So on to the changes. I will start with physical changes, since there's been a lot of them. First off, I'll start with my legs. From my knee down, the hair has gotten a lot darker, a lot thicker, more coarse, a lot more noticeable. I love rocking shorts to school and showing off my hairy legs. It's pretty awesome. And then from my knee up, my thighs are just basically patchy. The hair's longer, but it's not as noticeable yet. It's getting there. What else? My happy chair is much more prominent. I think I mentioned this in my last video. I was already a pretty hairy guy, pre-T, which I was really lucky for. So anywhere where I had hair before is just starting to get darker, and more longer hairs are starting to show up. And then anywhere where I really couldn't notice hair before has just turned into peach fuzz, that either I can catch in the right light, or it's just noticeable to me when I examine myself. Thank you, Cloud, for blocking the sun for a second. What else? The hair on my arms is also starting to be more prominent, especially like in the first few weeks I noticed more hair on my wrists and my hands right here, and now it's starting to get darker, like starting from here and then going up. It's slow going, but better than nothing. And then I also have more hair on my forearm. It's just kind of starting to wrap around my arms. What else? I've also got more hair on my chest. It's not any kind of pattern, just random long dark hairs everywhere. My muscle definition has also increased, mainly in my arms and my legs. I might just take some photos and give a comparison of that. And that's not only, I mean, I've been on testosterone for a month, but I've also been working out for about like 5 months. I've been going to the gym, regularly going to the gym for 5 months. And on top of that, I walk 5 days a week for my work. So I get a lot of time to exercise. Let me see, what else? I did notice that my voice dropped within the first few weeks, and I had other people kind of telling me and confirming for me that my voice was getting deeper, but I haven't really noticed anything since then. I've been feeling like the vibrations in my throat, been clearing my throat a lot more, the typical first month voice kind of stuff. It's cracking too. My voice cracks a lot. I've noticed more hair on my eyebrows. They're starting to get thicker and bushier. Not that I didn't already have unkempt eyebrows already, they're just getting a little crazier. I've noticed a lot more acne on my face, especially my cheeks and my forehead. And my skin's a lot more oily. I've also had acne on my neck, which I've never noticed before. But yeah, I've been using a face wash, and it's helped a lot. My face is definitely not as oily as it started out being. So I feel like if I keep that up, the acne shouldn't get too bad. And besides, that'll flare out into my second year, I think, is what I've heard from other men's experience. So I'm not worried about it because it's not permanent, at least as far as I know. Could be different for me. Also, I've noticed a lot of peach fuzz on my face. Just really light hairs that I can only see in the right light. And then when I'm like hyper examining my face, like I do anytime I see a mirror, I catch like maybe 1 or 2 dark hairs on my chin, but that's about it. Little more on my sideburns. Just basically it's light peach fuzz everywhere, which is nice because I really didn't expect that so quickly. And then on top of that, I think I mentioned before that I had hairs on my kind of lower lip right here. Now I'm starting to see more hairs like under my nose, especially on this side. They're just light and dark, nothing too noticeable from far away. So I don't think it's anything that anyone but myself really notices unless I take a magnifying glass and point it out, which I don't do. So it's coming in, and eventually it'll be more noticeable. Some emotional changes are, mainly I've been feeling calmer overall. Like, the little things that would bug me before just don't seem to cause as intense a reaction as they used to. Like, my emotions would be really rushed and intense before testosterone, and now they're a lot more even, and I find myself really not caring as much as I used to, which sounds bad, but it's mainly just stuff that happens in the car. Like, I used to be I used to have really bad road rage, and now things that would bug me before testosterone happen, and I'm just like, whatever, it's not that big a deal, which is nice. But then this last weekend, I was due for my period, and though I didn't bleed at all, I did feel a lot more irritated than I was in the few weeks beforehand. And I think what was important was that I noticed how irritated I was, so I was trying to keep that in check. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't anything too unmanageable, and for the most part, the time before my period that I'm supposed to get is, calmer. So it doesn't really bug me that I have this one little pocket of time that I'm a little more irritated. For the most part, I like feeling more calm. I never liked being so quick to jump the gun before tea. I get really mad about really stupid things, and now they don't bother me as much. And that might just be because I'm a lot happier since starting testosterone, and my mood has definitely improved. So I think there's a correlation there. It's not just the testosterone. There's also the fact that I'm just feeling a lot better now. And then overall in school, I'm still read as female, except I have taken the opportunity to correct a few classmates about my pronouns. But that was only through email. I've never done it face-to-face. but like I said, I'm not going to be at the school for much longer, so I never really saw that much of a point to make a big deal about my pronouns, at least for me. This is for me. They all call me Ari, and for the most part, no one really uses pronouns when I'm around, except like those instances where they do, and it bothers me for a few moments, but then I just forget about it because the class eventually ends and I don't have to see those people until the next class. So, I don't really let it get to me. What else? At work, all my coworkers and my bosses refer to me as Ari and use male pronouns 100% of the time. So I have that little safe haven. Luckily, I interact with dogs a lot more than I do with people, so when people see me, I'm usually out in the field walking, where I pass with ease. I definitely pass a lot easier at a farther distance than I do close up, and I think that mostly has to do with my face. But then again, to me, ever since I started testosterone, to me, I feel like I look more like a man. So, at the end of the day, when I leave and I see myself, I still see a man, so it doesn't really bother me what other people see me as, because I really can't, I'm not in their head, I can't control what they think, so why bother making it, or letting it get to me. At least I have my coworkers who are accepting of me, and I also have a nice group of friends at school who know about my transition and are supportive of me, so, you know, if I have any bad experiences, I have them to go to. I can't really, my family's not exactly all on board. My big brother is the only one who's put any effort into using my name. My little brothers have just been open and honest with me, saying that they've known me as one name for 20 years, so it's going to be hard to get used to calling me a different name. And I said, I understand that. But now that I'm on testosterone, once I start looking more like a man, it'll be a little easier for them. My parents are just, they support me, but they don't quite understand or agree with what I'm doing. But I'm 21 years old, so they really don't have a control over my life anymore. I mean, I would hope that eventually they'll notice just how much my mood has improved and how my quality of life is going to improve, and that should really be what they care about. But what else? Something else that I've noticed, this might be weird, but pre-T, I was really, really sensitive to the cold. Like, I would go outside and in 50-degree weather, and within moments I'd be in a ball shivering. But now I love the cold. Like, I get really hot when I'm inside, and when I go outside, it's just like, sweet relief. So that's pretty cool. I'm not as sensitive to the cold weather anymore. I'm a little more sensitive to hot weather, but that might just be like heat flashes and stuff like that. It's not too bad. I don't mind. But yeah, I think that is it. Hopefully more is to come in this next month. Like I said, a lot more has happened than I thought it would. So yeah, hopefully I'll actually have something else to talk about. And maybe next time I'll actually stop saying the word so much. Chances are very low, so don't expect that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, night, or whatever it is for you guys there. Just be safe, okay? Bye.